Hi, good morning, afternoon, evening, night, whenever you may be listening to this. I hope you're having a good one, and if you're not, I hope it goes better. Today, I wanted to try something a little different for me. I want to do some spell work, but I wanted to do it on camera, and I felt like the best way was to do it ASMR style, but instead of whispering, I'm just doing soft spoken because whispering feels like that would be really hard, especially for if it takes a while, So, I hope you enjoy just lighting some incense. Just gonna I need to clear the air, as it were. And the best way to do that is with smoke or sound. And since can't use a lot of smoke, gotta snap a little bit. Okay. So we're just gonna be doing a little tea light today. And I was thinking that maybe we could do this together. So it's gonna be for everybody. I want everybody to benefit from this, not just me. So I'm gonna go through my cards right now. Let's see. There's a specific one I'm looking for. Cosmic consciousness. I'm going to put this under my little tray. I'm going to put healing, and I'm going to put hope, because this is for all of us right now. I think we can all use a little hope and healing. I'm going to take some of my personal Florida water. I'm going to just use it on my hands and behind my neck. Alright. So, on the candle, I'm going to write collective. Healing. these little pieces. I'm gonna just put my little oil blend on it. Okay. So while I'm doing everything else, here. While I'm doing everything else, I'm gonna light it so that we're not here forever. Okay. Deep breath. Alright. I'm gonna add some of this black salt. It's just salt and ash from incense. And then here's the thing. I know we all need it. So I'm gonna put a little of that for all of us. High Priestess, so intuition, using your good instincts, things that you know without knowing, listening to your gut, and then some love. These are just blends that I've made for my own personal use. It's a mix of things that I put, things that I've mixed in that I've bought, and such as that. So I don't put those in the candle because that is a fire hazard. See what I have to put on here for us. I'm not going to put a lot. I am going to do this little spray. This is relax, less stress, more calm, happy you. I don't think there's anything in here if I'm honest with you guys. Oh, okay, I see it. There we go. And what else do you feel today, you guys? I want this to mostly be peaceful home. This one is, I don't have my little dropper. I would usually use my little dropper, but this will have to suffice for now. Peaceful home. I'm gonna put some, what is this? Peaceful protection. Oh yeah. We need that. Okay. Oh, it started to rain. Do you want me to open the window so you can hear it a little better? Hold on. So that we need from here, I think, I'm not trying to overwhelm the candle, so I think that's okay. I'm just gonna add some of this. This is a a little mix that I have that I use in all of my smoke workings, I guess you would call them. It's just a good blend of everything. Okay. So while this is going, I want to pick some cards for us so we can focus on that. Let me clean my hands so I don't get my cards dirty. I gotta find a place to do this. Hold on. I'm just gonna shuffle over here. Give. Wow. Okay. Let me see. Give. Right. May you look upon the sky and feel nourished by the cover of another, while being so wonderfully alone. May you play in a magnificent musical garden full of 1,000 silk and velvet tunes. May you sing these gifts against the tapestry of the night and help pass a smile to some other soul. May it fill you with a delicious feeling of peace. Because, darling, what else matters? Give. Four of Cups. Okay. I'm going to pull one more card for this little stand. And then we can talk about it. the infinite ocean of ideas we're all allowed to swim in. Your imagination is a spaceship capable of traveling to the farthest reaches of hyperspace. Imagine being alive in the 1800s and thinking it's all been done. Sounds just about the same today. Go fishing for big ideas. Nope. Even bigger. Wow. So, we have the Four of Cups. We have give. We have the infinite ocean of ideas we're all allowed to swim in. So the Four of Cups is a card of apathy. It's a very not, I see what I have, but it's not what I want. And in the Rider-Waite-Smith, there's a cloud with a hand coming out of it, offering a cup to the person who's sitting at the tree with their arms crossed in what looks to be defiance or anger. And the card is basically about how there's always something else that the universe wants to give us, but we're not always receptive to it. And so I feel like these three together, along with our spell work that we're doing today, is a call to action of when you feel just overwhelmed and over it about whatever it is, the world today, the state of whatever. Give of yourself. Create. Put something out there. Do the thing that someone else isn't doing right now. Because giving inspiration is still action. You don't have to create a big campaign or do anything extravagant that gets noticed by local news outlets. Do the thing in your home, in your space, in your community. Send out the inspiration that you already have tapped inside of you. I think it's easy to feel apathetic or overwhelmed or just kind of like over it when it comes to, I guess specifically I'm talking about 2025. It's a lot. And I know it's hard if you're a person with a regular job, with bills, with a family, with anyone you have to take care of, to think about the rest of the world. It's hard to conceptualize that when you're struggling in your own right. But I would encourage you to do small things. Send out a hopeful message on your socials to your family and friends. Sometimes I'll just text my friends and tell them I love them. Even at home, telling the people that you have in your life that you love them is a small thing you can do, but it's something that not everyone does. Tell someone that is struggling today that you're proud of them, because it's hard to self-motivate when everything is falling apart around you. I was trying to pull a different card. And instead I pulled the same card twice, so I think yearning, disillusion, boredom kind of sums it up pretty perfectly. And I think we can all kind of feel like this, where we're just kind of unsatisfied with the 3 cups that we have. We learn from the Suit of Cups, however, that if you're not satisfied with your 3 cups, in the next card, in the 5 of Cups, you can lose them. And now you still have 2 cups that are upright and full. However, you're so busy mourning the loss of the 3 that you don't even look at the other 2. In the Suit of Cups, as happy as it begins and ends, is kind of a cautionary tale, in the sense that if you don't appreciate the things that you already have, even if you get more, it still won't satisfy you. And we see in the 8 of Cups, having to leave an emotionally exhausting situation, having to leave behind something that you love because it's become something that maybe is not emotionally good for you anymore. So I encourage you today to maybe look around you and see what you have now before you don't. And I don't mean that in like a sense of fear. I'm not trying to make you afraid of, if you don't love it, it'll leave. But if you don't appreciate it, it won't be the same. And you can always come back from that. You know, the Suit of Cups ends happy. 10 of Cups, it's like the happily ever after card, you know. So you can get it back, but why struggle so much in the in-between when you can just have it where you are now? I like this card because it's very colorful, but it's also a really good reminder that our brains are capable of so much. In the age of AI, where it's becoming more not only popularized but also normalized, did you know that your body contains a supercomputer already? I hope you're using it to its full extent. And even if you feel like you're not, I hope you know that it's never too late to do so. We're always gonna learn things. I think that's the best part about life, is that you never stop learning. These cards, the Poesis cards, are so beautifully illustrated, and every time I pull one, I put them where my oracle cards live. I have a little easel that I put them on, and I always stamp the date when I get it, so that when I go back and look through the guidebook, I can see all the different times in my life that I had these messages. I really like this iconography of the hands giving and then the plants coming out of the palms, because I think when we think of giving, a lot of the times our minds automatically go to monetary or something we don't have. But this is from their body. It's sprouting out of their hands and it's coming out. We're not asking you to give something you can't. We're asking you to give what you have. And I like that they're all black and white, but more specifically black and cream, because this is not really white. And then the edges are like golden. And these are very nice to shuffle. It's a thicker cardstock, so you would think it wouldn't be easy to shuffle, but they are actually. It's very good quality. And now the Hush Tarot is not usually a deck that I reach for. I find that I don't really get it as much, but I had an idea to start using it in my spell work because it is kind of esoteric in nature. I don't really like the imaging of this truly is not screaming the Four of Cups to me. But maybe it's just me. Maybe somebody else sees this and they see their version of the Four of Cups, and you know that's beautiful. I hope you do. So, this is not the only way I do spell work. There's a lot of different ways to do spell work in general, but a lot of different ways that I do spell work. This is just the easiest to film, to get out there, I guess. Because a tea light candle also is a very accessible thing, so anybody can get a tea light candle. And nothing in spell work is hard and fast. Like, you don't have to do anything specifically the way that anybody else does it for it to be good, or to be considered spell work even. And I like to do things with fire because I'm a fire sign. I'm an Aries. I like fire a lot. I can't do a lot of smoke because I have young children and also a cat. But fire is nice. I hope this provides a little bit of healing, of calm, of peace, even just for a few minutes. Maybe more. I'm gonna close that window because the rain stopped, so give me a second. Also, one thing I want to say is that even if you don't believe that this does anything, that's okay. I'm not gonna hold it against you. It's just for good vibes as a whole, for a collective good vibes. When things are too much, sometimes I have to sit by a window and burn some incense and think about everybody getting those good vibes from my window, like a drive-through good vibes. And I hope you can feel that in those moments. You probably can't, but in my mind, I like to think that. I'd also like to give a disclaimer, just because I love to give a disclaimer, I suppose. I'm not saying that this is going to do anything or change your life in any significant way. I just hope even the video is peaceful for you. I think we can all use a moment of respite. I know I can. I'm gonna try to whisper for a little bit. Tell me how that is for you. So, I'll tell you about how I learned to read the tarot. I never knew about tarot until I was an adult, because I was raised very Christian. So I had heard, obviously, of tarot before, but I had never seen it up close or knew what it was in any capacity other than there were cards. I got my first tarot reading in 2021. I know. It's only been 4 years. I didn't understand how this lady could tell all of that from pieces of paper. So I dove in head first, and at the time that I was learning tarot, I was working overnights. And so I would just listen to people talking about tarot in my ear, and that's how I learned. I then started to write stories about the tarot. That's a dream. I started to write stories, and I started first with the Suit of Cups, and here's the Five of Cups. once I realized that all tarot was basically sequential, it was just a big story, that's when it made all the sense to me, because you're just picking out pieces of a story. And I think, like most people, the court cards were the trickiest for me to learn. And once I learned it, though, it became a lot simpler for me. Eventually, I do want to do a video about how I see tarot, because I think it might help some people at least to learn it a little faster or easier. I love tarot. So I can go into that if you want me to. I also eventually really would like to share my daily practice. But other than it being kind of difficult to explain, I'm also a little scared for people to see it, and I don't know, I guess have their judgments on it, because I'm not doing it in a way that maybe most people would, or there's easier ways to do what I do, so it scares me to go into all that, honestly, but I can try. I just enjoy these things a lot and would like to share them with you. Now, I will say I'm not going to wait until this candle finishes completely, because it will take a few hours. But I will show you when it's done, and I hope that you get some peace, and you can sleep. S-L-E-P. I'm gonna have to clean her after this. It's okay. This is a glass pen that I bought at the Dollar Tree. So it's not very expensive. It's okay. I usually use this, honestly, to write in my candles when I'm doing like spells with them, or I just want an intention, or if a friend is struggling, I'll usually tell them that I'll light a candle for them, so I'll just write their name. And I usually use this pen because it's not really good for writing with ink, but it is really good for everything else. So I'm gonna put some of this on my hand.